MMA at Work.
So I'm joined by current BAMMA Lightweight Champion Rob C4 Sinclair, hot off his champion defence over Diogo Vital in September. Diogo came in on 1 day's notice. Can I ask you first, how did you prepare for the fight?
For the Diogo Vital fight?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just the same as how I was preparing for the fight before that. Nothing changes.
Yeah.
I'm always going to stick to what I do, and so there's never ever going to be any change in how I actually fight. So there's no preparation, no change in preparation.
It was a great fight, might I just say. You got a very nice finish on it as well.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Yeah. Did you? I must say, I'm a massive fan of your knockout over Nathan Beer. That was a very underrated knockout of the year award.
Yeah.
That was a.
They weren't bad, were they?
No,
I feel like I've got the power to knock anybody out, up until middleweight. To be honest, I feel like I've got natural striking power. So, the fights that I've had in the past, once I've landed, half clean, it's either been the beginning of the end or the end. So
you've definitely got the.
Not a warning really to anybody else who I face.
You've definitely got the highlight reel to prove that.
Yeah.
Even though you're undefeated in BAMMA, you gain more attention with every fight that Paul Sass fights in the UFC, because you're the only man who didn't get caught. Could I ask you what your thoughts are on his success?
Yeah, Paul Sass is a current teammate of mine, and he's done really, really well. He is underrated in his striking game. He's got decent striking game. He's just more comfortable, in doing what he does. And there's not many people get out of the first round against him. So you've got to give credit where credit's due. When I fought him, it was a back and forth fight. We all both nearly caught each other. It was just real fortunate to me. Maybe he got one taste out and whatever, and he got the decision. But he's a very nice guy as well. So credit to him. I hope he does really well.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. What's your relationship with him? Do you talk to him much? Do you get on with him? How are things?
Yeah, before he joined Cowabong, I was there before him, and he was at Next Generation. So he prepared for his fight in the Next Generation. I prepared for it at Cowabong and Predators, gym in Manchester. And as soon as we fought, he joined the gym, and we just get on. He's a likable guy. He helps me, I help him, and any advice given either way, we'll gladly help each other. He's a good guy. I'm not going to call the guy at all. He's a good guy.
Well, he's definitely done well in the UFC, and hopefully it'll only be a matter of time before you also debut there. Yeah,
well, the thing is with Paul Sass, he is finishing fights. He's one of the guys from the UK who is finishing fights. So, and I feel like I am myself. He's doing it on the submission level, and I feel like I'm doing it on the stoppage level. So I just need a little bit of luck, thrown my way.
Yeah.
A little bit of luck, and all I'm asking for really is one chance. If I don't do well, then I don't do well. But if I do, the proof's in the pudding. Really, I've done well up until now, and it's not like I've fought nobody. If you look at my resume, it's there's some good guys on there.
Yeah, there's definitely no doubt about that. I've been reading your tweets recently, and you've certainly got me excited. I'm guessing you're not allowed to say anything yet, are you?
About the next fight?
Yeah, about that.
No, I'm not. I'm just looking for the confirmation. Going to get my manager. My manager's over in Brazil with Terry Etim at the moment, so my other coach in Manchester. I'm discussing things with him. But if it does come off, it'd definitely be a worthy main event fight if it wasn't an main event at BAMMA. And if it was at BAMMA, obviously it's going to be.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to it either way. I'm guessing you watched the last UFC event?
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, that was. What would you say about the officiating going on there? That was, in my opinion, it was fairly debatable. But
on the what? The finishing?
Yeah, the overall officiating on the Eric Silva fight, pretty much all the fights on the card, the Aldo Mendez cage grabbing when the takedown was there, and also the Rumble early stand-ups. What?
Yeah, to be honest, the last shot, the only real fight I was interested in was Terry Etim, because he's my teammate.
He was doing really well. He was doing really well.
I didn't see much go wrong in that fight. I seen the cage grab by Aldo, which, to be honest, I've done it myself a few times. You know, it's just an instinct to grab, and if he'd have done it again, I'm sure it'd have been warned. But I didn't really see many of the fights. I can't really comment on the officiating on it, to be honest. But from what I hear, there's been a lot of criticism on it. So I'm guessing, you know, there was something fishy going on.
How did you feel about the Terrietum? Obviously, it was gutting end, but he's doing really well up to that point.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is with Terry is Terry's, you know, he's an awesome fighter. I mean, in the gym, you know, when we train in the gym, no one likes to spar with him because you end up on your arse, you know, either dropped or whatever, or hurt. And he's an amazing guy. And the thing is with his stand-up, it is, in my opinion, it is a lot better than what he showed on Saturday night. He is better than Barboza stood up. There is no doubt in my mind. At the end of the day, he got caught with, you know, a good shot. Fair play to Barboza. He landed the shot. I don't think anybody ever landed one of them shots that I know of. So can't take note away from him. But I was gutted. You know, when I seen the show, I was gutted. But he'll bounce back stronger. You know, he's going to definitely be a champion one day.
Yeah, I'd like to see it, but he's fought now 2 British people in a row. I was hoping that maybe you'd be the third to show him how hard you punch, and that'd be a great debut for you. But
yeah, Barboza. I mean, if they match me up with Barboza now, you can guarantee I get written off. You know, definitely get written off. No doubt about it. I get written off in pretty much every fight I fight. There's always somebody's got to beat me and all that. And at the end of the day, like I would say to Barboza, you know, if I land,
yeah, which you have done.
If I do land, you know, I've got that ability to finish. So no matter who it would be, if I do land, and at some point they've got to stay away for 15 minutes and not land, not get land a shot, you know, I'd be confident in landing one shot. Not saying it'll finish it, but if I land one shot, I'd be confident that it would finish most people. Well,
you've proven that in the past, but backing up for a moment, what led you to get involved in mixed martial arts in the first place?
I was doing Thai boxing for a few years, just to keep fit. That was the main thing I was doing. And, you know, Michael Biston was training down at our gym in the local town. He lived on the next town to us, you see. And he was training. So we got talking to him. And he just said, why don't you come along, you know, train a little bit of this stuff. And we was like, what is it? And he's showing us, you know, we ended up YouTubing cage fighting, as it was called then. And we just said, go on, we'll have a do then. And then we sort of joined with him and had a few fights under him. And then obviously he had his success. So I left the gym and went to Predators in Manchester. And then, you know, co-joined Cowabon. So we trained out of Predators in Manchester and Cowabon. And obviously Michael Biston's gone on to do really well. So that's how we got into it. Me and my brother, both of us.
Yeah, because of course that's Mike Sinclair, isn't it? Or Mark?
Yeah, Mike.
He's also got a very impressive record in his own right.
He has, yeah.
But moving away from MMA, I know you're a very busy man outside the cage as well. Is it true that you own your own company?
I don't own my own. What I did do, in terms of promotion, I run my own show with one of my old business partners called Burnley Brawl, but that's sort of ceased now. And me and my brother, we don't run a gym as such, but we have a few guys that we teach, and you know, we've got a few fighters under his belt. But primarily, my job is I work for British Gas, so
okay.
That's primarily my job, and that's what I do.
How many hours? You know, how many hours do you work a week?
40.
How many? Yeah, for British Gas, how many hours do you work a week?
40 hours a week.
Okay, so that really must get inside with your training as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I get to train like an hour a night. It's not a lot really. I don't do nowhere near as much training as, you know, I don't do no striking training. I don't do no wrestling training. You know, I have limited strength and conditioning. You know, I've got no help with my diet, and I just do a bit of training here and there at Calvon, a bit of training here and there at Predators, as much as I can get in. But obviously it's hard work. I've got a daughter as well, so I've got to look after her. And
is she your motivation for when you fight, or what puts you through? What really kind of motivates you to fight, to get that win?
Motivation is, you know, is as it's always been. You know, I want to do well. I want to do well at this. I mean, there's not many people who get the chance to fight at the NEC or to fight, you know, on national TV and stuff like that, and have success. So the more success I get, the more I want it. You know, and you know, it's great to be able to be classed as, you know, one of the best in Britain. So that's my motivation there. And obviously to get in the UFC, that's going to be my main motivation. If I can get in there and try and showcase some skills in the UFC while I'm training full time as well. I'm just training part time at the moment. The motivation really is to keep doing well and obviously be able to train full time and do it as my job.
You're definitely doing well. There's no real doubt about that.
Yeah.
When you do get some free time, you've mentioned your daughter. What do you enjoy doing with your free time?
Well, with my free time, I like to socialise with my friends a lot. I'm definitely a social person. I like to socialise and go on holidays and stuff like that. And I like to do stuff with my daughter as well. And pretty much, you know, I get to see her a couple of times a week, and you know, just basically do whatever she wants to do, to be honest, because she's like 6 years old now. So if she wants to go to the park, or she wants to go to the traffic centre, or she wants to do, you know, I just do whatever she wants to do. Try and spend as much time with her as I possibly can, because she's growing up quick, you know. Definitely growing up quick.
You definitely sound like a family man, which is always very. It sounds very positive. Stefan,
Yeah, it keeps me grounded. You know, I'm nowhere. I've had a bit of success, but nowhere near as much as what, you know, the UFC brings and stuff. But definitely keeps me grounded. You know, seeing my daughter, you know, happy and stuff. So.
Well, you've definitely. This is. I'm so confused at how you haven't been given a shot in the UFC yet. But hopefully, eventually, the time will come, because they snapped up a few guys. I think it was a couple of years back. You know, they took Kurt Warburton on, Rob Broughton. So hopefully they'll have another chance around here to grab a few more fighters, and hopefully, you know, the lightweight, the champion of BAMMA, the lightweight champion. Surely they'd look to sign you up. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Well, like I say, I mean, there's interviews that I've done. Everyone says the same thing, because I mean, there's not many people, even in Britain, who's probably got a knockout ratio like I've got, and like I say, I'm not even training properly. You know, I ain't done no consistent Thai boxing or never any boxing, you know, for years. So, and I'm not doing too bad. So if I get to train full time, you know, I might be able to do even better. But I know what you're saying. It's a bit of a weird one, because there's people who are ranked less than me who've been given chances. You know.
Yeah, recently Paul McVeigh, but he's fighting at 145, I think. He was on the TUF show. Have you ever applied for any of that, or ever thought?
I went to Vegas in December for the show over there, and I did all right. I got through the grappling, I got through all the pad work and everything, but I didn't get a call back to go. You know, I know a couple of lads that got a call back, so I don't know how they've done to it. I'm sporting, but I didn't get a call back, so that's just I didn't get through there either.
No, that's disappointing. Are you into any other sports other than MMA?
Yeah, football. Huge football fan.
Who do you support?
Newcastle United.
Oh, they're doing well this season so far.
Yeah, they are doing well. I took 4 points off Man United, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, definitely. The other one, that was.
I used to play football when I was younger. You know, I played at a decent level.
Would you say that's helped with your striking at all?
Say that again.
Would you say it's helped with your striking at all?
No, not my striking. It's helped with my athleticism and stuff like that, but no, I wouldn't say my striking, no, to be honest. I mean, they were on about it on Saturday, weren't they, with that Jose Aldo thing, which helped him with his football kicking and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think it's more the athleticism it gives you and, you know, stuff like that. Don't help me with that, I'll be honest.
There's definitely a difference, though, between Brazilian soccer and English football. So it shows on the amount of World Cups each team's able to win. But stepping away from everything, if you were given a chance to restart career paths, I mean, you've spoken about football and you've spoken about British Gas and you've spoken about MMA. What would be your absolute dream job?
Football player.
A football player?
To be a football player. Soccer player.
What position would you play?
Midfield, just behind the front two, like a fancy type player. You know, like a Zola or something like that. Because I'm only 5'7", 5'8", so it's not like I'm a giant. I like to do all the intricate stuff, the little flicks here and there. So yeah, definitely a little football player. I'd love to be a football player.
Is that what you wanted to be when you were younger as well?
Yeah. I wanted to be a football player when I was younger.
There's definitely
been. As well, I got trials on with Wigan Athletic because there was they released all the YTS, so I didn't get a chance. I didn't even really get a chance to make an impression. When I got that disappointment when I was about 17, it sort of struck me pretty bad, and I started just playing semi-professional football into the local team. You know, you're still getting paid a little bit, like £20 a game, but it weren't. Obviously, the dream was gone, really.
Well, I'm sure you're a busy man, and of course you got your daughter and you got work, and you probably got to train. So I'll let you go.
Yeah.
But have you got any closing words or any sponsors or anything you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Glenn Slater
Yep.
for his continued support. He's helped me out a lot. I'd like to thank Perform Centre for helping me get fit and strong, and Powerball and Predators, the two gyms I train out of, and I want to fightshop.com as well, because they help me out with equipment. So those guys that I'd like to thank, and obviously my daughter.
Okay. Like going back to the old family man. Well, thanks a lot for letting me interview you and having you on the show.
Yeah, no, brilliant. Cheers for bringing us.
And good luck in all the future, and hopefully you can get signed up real quick.
Yeah, I hope so. Me too, mate. Me too.
Hopefully it's only a matter of time. Alright, anyway, I'll let you go. Thanks again.
Okay, thanks, buddy. Thank you very much.